Pete, we
Hello.
did it.
Gosh, it's
We
crazy.
we did it.
Perfectly. Can you hear me?
Hey, oh, I got
Can
you
you
loud
hear me?
and clear, man. I got you
Got me.
loud and clear.
Awesome.
Hey, congratulations, Pete.
Thank you. Thank you.
First and foremost, hey, we saw your reaction, and again, you told us what it was, what you thought it would be
Yeah.
like for the day,
Yeah.
and that was pretty similar. You just took in that
I
scene.
I didn't actually know that I was gonna do that when I told y'all. It kind of just happened. So I guess I had the right instinct.
Um, now look, now that you've had, maybe you haven't had that much time to process what just happened in your life, but what you have been able to process, can you describe to the fan at home and those of us who will never experience that moment, what it felt like, what you could compare it to in normal everyday life, if that's even possible?
Well, I wouldn't say that you can compare it to any normal
Yeah.
occurrence in your day, but Austin Martin said after he got picked, your body kind of goes numb for a little bit. And then I remember, I was trying to type stuff on my phone. I was shaking. I couldn't really do it. So I'm still sweating. Like it's a whole ordeal. Look, I couldn't be more excited to join the Mets and go out and try and win right away. So
You're not pitting, are you?
I'm not what? Oh, probably. I'm wearing a black shirt though, so you can't really see it.
Perfect. Same.
My hands are glistening.
How does it stink, or are you totally okay with the fact that for now and maybe for the next several years, you're not going to touch the mantle for favorite Pete among Met fans with Pete Alonso there?
I'm okay with that. He's obviously earned his spot. It's a pretty good baseball player right there. So I'll sit in his back seat for the time being.
But you're no slouch yourself. 19th overall pick, and what we heard on the coverage of this 2020 MLB Draft presented by T-Mobile was from Dan O'Dowd, who said you can control center field for years, compared you to Darren Erstad. Tim Corbin, Vanderbilt head coach, I know you're committed to Vandy. He said that Jack Leggett, former Clemson head coach, said that you could play center field in the big leagues right now.
Obviously, three amazing people. I love all of them very dearly. I've gotten to spend great time with each one of them. And they're amazing coaches, Dan included. The advice I've gotten from them and hearing that they believe in me like that is super, it gives you a lot of confidence coming from those people. And again, Corbs and Coach Leggett, I appreciate everything they've done for me just on a playing standpoint. Yeah, they've been huge.
Looking at the comments right now, I just want to shout out to people watching because, Mets fans are fired up. Frank Castle, 1420, LFGM, Joe Fez, let's go, baby. D. Hansen, NJ, Pete, and repeat. That's right. There's room for two Petes in Queens. Pete Alonso, Pete Crow Armstrong. How much time have you spent in New York?
I've actually only been to upstate. That's one city that I've loved all my life that I've never been to.
Wow. All right. Well,
Yeah.
We're excited to have you, and
I'm excited to be there.
hopefully, the ball gets rolling toward not only baseball coming back, but normalcy, and we can show you around the studios. We network. You can walk Studio 42, hit some tanks,
Would love
and show us how to play defense. All right, PCA. We have three categories here.
Okay.
You're going to pick a number 1 through 6 in each category, and then we're going to sprinkle in some fan questions. So let's start with sports. What number do you want to go with?
Let's go 3.
3. Okay, we're with Pete Crow Armstrong, first round pick, of the New York Mets, 19th overall, joining us on Instagram Live. Your top 3 baseball movies, what are they?
I'm biased, but Little Big League. Don't worry. Bull Durham, and I like League of Their Own. I'll go League of Their Own.
I love that. So Little Big League 1, right?
Yes, 1.
Okay. Is your mom? So for any baseball fans tuning in, if you haven't heard by now, Pete's mother Ashley starred as Jenny Haywood in Little Big League. Hence why he's picking LBL, which actually I think it's the most slept on baseball movie. I really do.
I agree with that. I think I don't think enough people know about it actually. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a really good movie.
Have you thought about this connection? Okay, so your mother, as I said, Ashley played Jenny Haywood in Little Big League, and you were just drafted by the New York Mets, with whom Kevin Elster, who played one of the Twins in Little Big League, he won a World Series with the Mets in 1986.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of sign there from the universe or something, some connection there, maybe.
I think I saw earlier somebody asking, and maybe it was on Twitter or something, if you have any acting credits to your name.
No, I never want any. No. Knowing what my parents loved their careers for the time it lasted, and I just don't think I could be on set all day like that. I don't think I could do that.
You were in a commercial though, correct?
Not a commercial. I was in. All right, fine. I was an extra in a friend of mine's dad's show, playing baseball. So I wouldn't count it as an acting job. So whoever told you that, they can forget it.
Okay, we're going back to the comments, seeing more questions here. A lot of love for Little Big League. Shayna Feldy, I love that movie. Yes, Shayna, we love it too. JTG 2017, go Mets. Woo. Let's see. Mets.station, how often do you watch Little Big League? Like, how
Not
many
too
times
often. Not too. I don't watch it too often, just because I see my mom every day, so it's like it feels weird if I watch it all the time. But no, I mean I've watched it a handful of times. It's on MLB Network a bunch, and I'll definitely, whenever I see it, at least whenever I run by it on TV, I'll definitely click on it. I mean I've probably seen it in its entirety probably 10 times.
Let's see. Liam Turner, what number do you want to wear?
Whatever number the Mets want to give me. I'm not too picky. I'm not too picky at all. I wear 21 right now, but again, any number on the Mets I'd be happy to wear.
All right, let's go to the quarantine category. Pick a number 1 through 6.
Give me 1.
Okay, 1 was gone because Kate Cavalli just took it. So pick a different one. My bad.
All right, give me 6.
6. Okay. Okay, during quarantine, what's been your MVP, your most valuable product?
Product?
Yeah, like home item that you've used the most, that has been the most clutch to you.
It's interesting. I picked the guitar back up, so I'd say that. And I've been reading a lot, so I'd say any book.
Is your guitar near you right now? Can you riff for us? Is that too much of an?
No, I would. I promise I would. I'll do it some other time, but no, it's not near me right now.
Okay, let's go. We have one more category, Pete.
All right.
One more category. 1 through
Random.
6. It's random.
That's what I couldn't read that at first. Give me 2.
2. Okay. Who is the most famous person you've heard from since you were drafted?
I mean, I honestly haven't been on my phone all that much, but God, fellow Mets prospect Matt Allen. But I mean, Cole Tucker's reached out, and Jack Flaherty and guys like that. But nobody crazy yet. At least I don't know. Hopefully,
I mean, those are pretty awesome names.
Pretty good names, I know.
So Harvard Westlake, of course, powerhouse, Southern California, and everybody has gotten to know HW through the 3 first-round pitchers. 2012, right. We saw Max Fried, Lucas Giolito go, and then a couple years later, your boy Jack Flaherty. And now you, as an outfielder, 19th overall, what is that program, like representing that program as another first-round pick? Can you kind of qualify what that means to you?
Oh, man. I mean, those are 3 I mean, big names, but and great baseball players, but they're really stand-up guys. They're amazing people. You know, I think being able to follow in their footsteps is pretty cool. And being the first position player in a while is also something I'm proud of. I mean, we're Harvard Westlake is an all-around program. They don't just breed pitchers, but you know, it's really cool to be able to follow in those three guys' footsteps specifically. They're guys you want to follow behind.
And you've spent time with them. Of course, they come back to the program. They invest a lot of their time and energy into the next generations of guys at Harvard Westlake. You said Jack has even taken BP with you. Can he rake? Yeah. Can he swing it?
Well, he can rake in high school, and when he comes back, he'll jump in BP sometimes. And I mean, he still has to hit. So yeah, he'll swing with us. I don't know if that's gonna be the case now that the rules changed, but he can definitely still swing it. I'll give him that credit.
Let's see some fan questions from PTG321. Gonna give inside info to the Mets on Fried and or Flaherty.
On Fried and Flaherty? Not on Instagram Live. I might have to on another kind of schedule, but I don't know if I mean, yeah, when it comes down to winning, I got to do it.
100%. Wholeheartedly agree with you. This is a common question, of course, and I know you've probably gotten it a ton as you've come up through the prospect ranks, but this from Sports.Central 2020. What pitcher are you excited to face off against? Who have you admired from afar?
I mean, sorry, you cut out, but guys my age or just in general?
In general. Like, who's a guy in the big leagues that you've watched and you're like, I would love to see how I stack up when I step in the box against him?
Totally. Well, I mean, Jack, for starters. You know, he's a really competitive dude. I like talking smack back and forth with him. So, Jack, 100%. That'd be the first one. Max Scherzer for sure. Andrew Miller or Jordan Hicks would be pretty cool too.
For sure. Now, you being a position player, when it comes to prospects, I mean, everybody wants to know does he hit for power? Is he a hitter? They want to talk hitting all the time. But you strike me as a guy who values the RTAs over RBIs, the runs taken away out in center field.
Definitely. I think, like, there's that question that people get asked a lot where, would you rather rob a home run or hit a walk-off home run?
Right.
I'd rather rob the game-winning home run. I take a lot of pride in my defense. And it's something I feel like it's not a lost, you know, method, but I think that it's not under the spotlight as much as offensive, you know, stats and highlights are, which makes sense. But being, you know, somebody that kind of wants to put defense back in the spotlight, I feel like I can do that at the next level.
You've had a couple of highlights that we've seen on national television and showcase games or whatever. Like, those got to be – you probably got to relive those every day, don't you?
No, I wouldn't say every day, but I definitely – there's been times when I watched them. I mean, for sure. The couple catches in Korea that I made, I'd never robbed a home run before that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, so the fences were, you know, generously small. And so in BP, we're all, you know, trying to get the best reads we possibly could and on balls, you know, against the wall and all that. So I mean, when it happened, it was kind of shocking, and I didn't think about it during the moment. I went black, but it was one of the coolest feelings I've ever had in my life. So
awesome. A few more minutes here with Pete Crow Armstrong, 19th overall pick to the New York Mets in the 2020 MLB Draft, presented by T-Mobile. We had some good ones here. Let's see. From Tyler, favorite current Met?
Oh man. Well, I would say, I mean, Pete Alonso when he came on the scene for sure. I remember watching him in college, and that was pretty cool. But I liked Michael Conforto a lot when he got drafted. So it's been Michael Conforto, I guess, for a while.
I covered Mike in college at Oregon State, and
Sweet
I love
swing.
that. So sweet.
Sweet
Yeah, he's awesome, man. I hope people remember that his arm fell off. Give him some time.
Yeah, I know.
So he's coming back. All right, let's go. One more question. One more question for Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pete, again, thank you so much. You've been pulled in a
Thank
million
you.
different directions tonight. We can't say thanks enough.
Thank
Um,
you.
let's see. This is a simple one. Like, and I've seen it quite a bit. Just your emotions thinking about being drafted, your journey, the people who helped get you to this point. Can you try to articulate that for us?
Definitely. I mean, if you're somebody that's getting picked today, I think that each draftee would tell you the same thing, and that you did not get here by yourself. Um, I'm an only child, and so my parents were a huge support system for me. They're important to utilize as a support system. So I mean, them obviously first and foremost, but I mean, I guys like Drew Bowser, who's going to Stanford. He's another draft prospect. I played against the kid since I was 7, and finally, getting to play with him at 11, and then from then on, like guys like that. I mean, I have a ton of teammates who, are on their way to, hopefully getting drafted too, and it's those kind of people, um, who are there for you and with you literally every single day. It's those guys that get you there. It's your friends. I mean, it's important for everybody, but for athletes too to have a circle that they really trust, and